The theories of why we dream and the dreaming similarities/differences between genders. We may dream because of random impulses. Using an EEG machine, researchers were able to track the regular REM states of people during sleep. They use this data to form a predictable mathematical model and conclude that dreaming is a freak physiological/bodily occurrence rather than a psychological function. According to them, the fact that we see images and hear sounds in our dreams is simply the brain's way of understanding noisy electrical signals. They said that dreams are random and meaningless. However, many scientists have pointed out that dreams often do make sense. In fact, they can follow very intricate plots, however illogical. This suggests that our higher brain is playing a role. Hobson's most recent theory attempts to reconcile this by having a neurochemical and emotional basis for dreaming. We may dream to organize the brain. We may dream to declutter our brains. Every day we are bombarded with new information, both consciously, example learning, and unconsciously, example advertising. This modern dream theory suggests dreaming is a way to file away key information and discard meaningless data. It helps keep our brains organized and optimizes our learning. This theory hasn't been proven by dream research. If it were 100% correct, our entire day would be replayed to us during our REM sleep. Critics of this theory also point out that our brains are not the same as computers, and to draw a comparison to filing, processing, and storage space is likely to be inaccurate. They also point out that although some of our dreams relate back to the waking day, Freud called this the day residue, the majority of our dreams were not about real-world events. We may dream to help solve problems. A number of researchers think that dreams are for mental and emotional problem solving. One scientist in particular, named Fiss, claimed that our dreams help us to register very subtle hints that go unnoticed during the day. This explains why sleeping on it can provide a solution to the problem. Unfortunately, there are also arguments against this theory of dreaming. For a start, most people only remember a very small number of their dreams, so if our dreams contain important answers, shouldn't we remember them better? We may dream to cope with trauma. Dreams may be a way of coping with trauma. Based on the intensity of our emotions, we will generate dreams to cope with certain situations. For instance, if you escape from a house fire and the experience shakes you up, chances are you will dream about it that night. The more traumatic the event, the more events are felt, the more emotions that are felt, and the more important it is to get over it. Dreaming about the fire will help you come to terms with what happened and prepare you for it ever happening again. Of course, this doesn't explain why we dream of fantastic or mundane events, only that nightmares can be a kind of rehearsal for dreaming. Differences between genders. Aggression is a key difference between the dreams of American men and women, as it becomes more apparent that aggressions in men's dreams are physical in nature. If we divide physical aggressions by the total number of aggressions, the men's physical aggressions percentage is 50% as compared to 34% for women, an effective size of 0.33. Women's aggressive dreams, on the other hand, are twice as likely as men's to involve rejections or exclusions, 36% to 18%. Dreaming similarities between genders. American men and women mention about the same number of activities occurring in their dreams, which means things like talking, walking, looking, listening, and thinking. These activities are very similar, except that there are slightly more physical activities in men's dreams than women's, 27% versus 20%. And slightly more talking in women's, 26 to 22%. Similarly, American men and women have roughly the same number of objects occurring in their dreams. Things like houses, trees, cars, streets, household items, money, and parts of the body.